I gained a lot of experience in the clandestine gathering of intelligence and the practices of counterintelligence. I then became and I was appointed an official informant for the South African Police Service in 1999. During 2009, I was registered and thereafter acted as an agent for crime intelligence in the South African Police Service.
And can you tell
the fact that Brown claims that he was an informer, I think it's over 25 to 30 years back, needs to be verified as to whether he was still a current active informer. Remember, informers easily become dormant. You can have an informer in January 2025. By March, they are a dormant informer. You are no longer utilizing them, or they are no longer utilized. And the issue of an agent, I think he's making a comparison of the international law enforcement agencies, whereas in South Africa, you don't have an informer calling themselves an agent unless they are employed by the intelligence services as an undercover operative. Then they can refer to themselves as an agent, perhaps. But if you are an informant, you can easily become an informant on a case, and tomorrow then you are paid and you're no longer an informant. The fact that one has been an informant and a registered one does not necessarily mean that they will have that status permanently. It's not a permanent status. Now, another thing is that what we are seeing is contrary to the SAPS regulation of informers, the confidentiality, because being an informer is one of the confidential services that one can offer to the state. So one, they must not disclose, but two, their controller also must not disclose who's the informer. Because once one goes out to declare or to brag that they are an informer, they are not just putting their own lives in danger, but also the lives of the controllers, because sometimes the controllers themselves are undercover investigators or undercover operatives of the state. So once
I was born in August 1979.
That's correct, Commissioner.
So that is incorrect. You were not born in August 1979.
I was born. It's not that it's incorrect. I'm saying due to the ID number, my ID number, is incorrect from the Home Affairs. From the Home Affairs, and I grew up like that. And actually, I was born in September 1977. 22 September, not August. But the error that came from the Home Affairs, there was no way I could reverse and change it.
Okay, let's move on from that.
Thank you.
Do you have any form of policing training? Formal policing training? No. Do you have any form of intelligence gathering training? Any formal training?
Clandestine training, yes. Formal, you mean with qualifications?
Yes.
No.
You don't have qualifications?
No. The training was different.
Do you have any form of qualification that involves forensic investigations?
No.
But now you want this commission to believe that in 2020, you were hired to investigate irregularities within crime intelligence.
We as specialist investigators look at body language as well, and we look at a person giving his information and how he brings it across. It is very clear that he does not know what an agent is or an informant or how it works. It is very clear that he has made himself into somebody in order to hopefully be somewhere along the line accepted, that he has made so much money, has so much connections, and has so much and many people in his lives due to his criminality and his involvement in racketeering and organized crime. So I have to note here that informants do exist, although not as it should be. Presently in South Africa, it's fallen away, and contacts. And we as specialist investigators look at body language as well, and we look at a person giving his information and how he brings it across.
Commissioner, when I came here to this commission, I never said I'm a high priest. I said I'm a state agent, and I have an instrument called the Legend Building, which allows me, in circumstances in executing my duties, to use what you call a false life. It's part of what I do. And the reason I requested to speak, Commissioner, it is because even the evidence leader, I was checking how it's like he's a prosecutor. He's not playing the role of evidence leader. Because I said I am an agent. In circumstances when in executing my duties, I have to lie. Now he come to the people, to the public, and say I'm a professional liar, knowing that I told him if I execute my duties, I do give a certain impression to reach or to get to the bottom of what the mission wants. Because even Madam Commissioner yesterday, she said, I'm bringing allegations, I'm talking about people, allegations that I make, I cannot provide proof. That is my job, commissioners. An agent is not a policeman who will obtain statements that can be presented here. I give intelligence information which must be converted into evidence which the commission wants. And how will that be converted, information be converted? It's when I bring people. Commissioner, when I came here to this commission, I never said I'm a...
Mr. Mogotsi, I have a fundamental problem with your entire testimony at this point. That problem relates to how you appear to value or not to value an oath. Mr. Shaskelson dealt with this aspect, but I want to approach it from a slightly different angle. In the affidavit, starting at page 43 of the exhibit bundle, that is exhibit CJC 44, you say that you work for government in the office of the Minister of Police. I think that's in paragraph 1 of that affidavit.
That's correct, Commissioner.
Yes. In response to a question by Mr. Shaskelson, you said that that statement was a lie, correct?
That's
I just
correct.
want a yes or no answer.
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes. I understand you to say you deliberately told this lie for a specific purpose, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
You told this lie under oath, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
Now, do you consider an oath to be binding on your conscience?
I consider it, Commissioner.
But in the affidavit I've referred to, you told a lie and you took an oath well knowing that part of the content of that affidavit was a lie, correct?
Correct, but I was on duty in executing my duties, Commissioner.
But it's correct that as you took the oath, you knew, even as you took the oath, that you were lying in that affidavit, correct?
Correct, to achieve the objective of the mission, Commissioner.
But it's correct that you took the oath knowing that you were lying.
It's true, Commissioner. That's correct.
I will ask you, do you consider an oath to be binding on your conscience?
I consider it, Commissioner.
Can you explain, though? Can you explain what you mean by that? There's the oath you took in respect of CJC 44. And as you took the oath, you knew you were lying. When you took that particular oath, did you consider it to be binding on your conscience, that earlier oath, not the one you took before us. Did you consider that to be binding
The one on
your
the affidavit.
Sorry, CJC 44, at page 43.
That's correct. Commissioner, will I be allowed to say something, please?
Can you just answer the question?
Yes.
Did you consider that oath to be binding on your conscience?
For the purpose of the mission I was undertaking, Commissioner, it was the only way to execute that mission.
And can you now answer the question directly? Okay, thank you, I hear you. Can you answer the question directly? Did you consider that oath to be binding on your conscience? Yes or no? You've given an explanation. Now I want a direct answer to my question.
You know, Commissioner, the questions you are putting, it's somehow putting me in a position to, it looks that now the questions are suppressing me. And when I say, may I say something to the Commission, I thought I could bring probably a particular understanding.
Mr. Mogotsi, you do give a very lengthy explanation.
This payment would have been a deposit. And approaching an attorney without full instructions, it's not like, there's nothing the attorney will do until all instructions are being paid up and submitted all the evidences. Now, it may be an issue of how lawyers are writing, and the Commission should take into cognizance. Commissioners, I do not even have matric myself. And when you have a lawyer who prepares documents for you, you read, and as a layman, a lawyer may still not contextualize things in a understanding of this level. But what we know is the deposit was paid, and that whether approached or not approached, perhaps in front of the court, to approach the court means you must have full instructions. But by then there were no full instructions.
On a separate topic, you also discussed yesterday with Mr. Chaskalson that Mr. Matala was he provided assistance in this court application.
That's correct.
You remember that?
That's correct.
And we know this court application was in 2023, so you met him before September 2024. You started interacting with him, with Mr. Matala.
Yes, that's correct.
What was the nature of that relationship, such that he comes and advises you on litigation? What was the nature of your relationship?
As business people, commissioners, and he did not come. Remember, we were talking over the phone. And as business people, you can discuss anything. It doesn't require a particular relationship to talk about anything. If we are known, maybe in Durban, being a successful businessman, and you happen to meet, I don't think there is anything wrong if I should call the businessman in Durban and say, hey, we are having this situation, the local businesses or companies are crying, can't you help us? And that time, he only gave us ideas.
Only you say so. And I'm concerned that we may well be grossly irresponsible and reckless as a commission, that we've given you a platform where you are making all the statements and you present them as facts and you keep saying, I'm here to help the commission, when in fact they're not backed up by any facts or even basic investigation on your part. For me, as a commissioner, that's a matter of concern. Do you accept that you're making statements that you are, for whatever reason, you're not backing them up with facts, even just this little bit about payments to Mkwanazi and to Masim, to General Kele? It's not backed up by facts. You accept that?
I accept that, Commissioner.
And you accept that's not helpful to the Commission if we don't have facts from you?
If the Commission is a fact-finding body and I give you information, I'm giving it that Commission can investigate. I gave example about the Boko Haram and the crime intelligence
No,
presentation.
allow me to stop you because I know you've got many topics that you're discussing. I'm worried that we don't end up discussing something that I wasn't raising. I'm raising with you a very specific thing. You said yesterday, Matala told you that he went to Umhlanga Ridge, and that was General Mkwanazi's home. Now, if you've been following the work of the commission, you would know that General Mkwanazi testified that his home is in Hillcrest. So you'd have done a basic inquiry. With Matala, are you sure that's his house? Because in the commission, this is what he said. You did not do that. And then you come here, you don't interrogate him, but you come here and then you put it out there.
Is Simakate at all surprised about the comments that were made by Brown Mogotsi this week at the Madlanga Commission?
In fact, we need to indicate that substantially the allegations leveled by Mr. Brown Mogotsi at the Madlanga Commission have been surprising insofar as they purport to suggest that His Majesty King Simbakate or certain members of the Zulu royal family that are aligned to King Simbakate are either associating with him, interacting with him, or cooperating with him. We wish to distance His Majesty from such allegations. Also, the insinuation that His Majesty opened a case against General Mkwanazi, that is not true. And it is important to mention that there was a case that was opened, a criminal case by Prince Mandlendoda Mazwendoda Jinya Zulu, who is the senior prince of Kwaminyamanzi Royal House, but it wasn't a case that was opened against General Mkwanazi. Also, it's important to indicate that no information relating to the operations at Richards Bay Harbour or confidential information was provided by His Majesty or the Senior Prince of Kwaminyamanzi to Brown Mogotsi, and also to indicate that we have not received any assistance from Brown Mogotsi, either financial, logistical, or otherwise.
Yeah. Well,
okay. Angibambele na umphako mfethu uye nayo ekhaya engakakhohlwa. One ngicela mawufika makubuya amafoni wakho ungizamele ngakho indlela ukuthi umthole labantu be-DA, AfriForum, especially lower media. Do you know who was that journalist?
I don't know the name.
You know the name?
I don't know the name.
You don't know. Okay, umphako oqala lo mphako wesibili now oSolomon wakubhalela i-email to whoever was supposed to hire you, right?
That's
and
correct.
you're not hired. I need that email. And who did it go to? Who was it sent to, that email?
The former National Commissioner.
Who was that?
General Sithole.
Did he confirm that he got such an email?
Yeah, I was copied. He got it because he responded to Paul O'Sullivan.
How did he respond?
He said he acknowledged the message, he will keep him posted.
And do you think he did keep him posted?
Yeah, because I was never hired.
Okay. Do you assume you were never hired, or you know that you were never hired because of that email?
I know I was never hired because I had all documentation that I was recommended for the post.
Oh, okay, okay. So please, I need that. Do you have any evidence, do you have any evidence that O'Sullivan gets money from Nkabinde?
What I know is that he frequently to London, and then he comes this side with equipment of spying.
He bought them outside.
Yes,
Does he have any business with Paul Sullivan? We are sevenza anyway. Does he have a salary or what?
I don't know. He calls himself forensic examiner or forensic investigator. He calls himself like that.
Do you think that would make him a very rich person?
No.
Okay. Who McBride, is it the same McBride who was, I'm not sure, fired at Kuruleni or something was happening? Is this the same McBride?
Yeah, the same one who was fired at Kuruleni.
Is he friends with Paul Sullivan?
Yeah.
And why would you say that?
Yeah, because while I was in IPID, they were very close together.
They were very close.
Yeah. I thought at the beginning Paul Sullivan is a complainant.
But
I realized that no, they are pushing a certain agenda here.
Unpet. Is this the agenda of getting McBride as the commissioner of SAPS?
That's correct.
Getting a permanent appointment as a national commissioner, am I right?
That's correct.
Who idea was this?
Paul Sullivan was spearheading it, and McBride.
Now, was the minister aware of this?
No, I don't think so. Minister Pegicel.
Was not aware of this?
No, he was not.
So it was a clandestine operation within SAPS?
Yes.
You've mentioned General Esbia. Was he then the Hawk boss, or was he was he at national level? As the,
No,
you said 2018, he was not a deputy at that time.
No.
I guess he was with the province at that time, am I right?
No, he was at municipality.
So he was plotting whilst he was working for the city of Johannesburg?
Yes, he was not in the police.
Wow. Now, you've mentioned a DA member and an AfriForum member who attended your meeting.
Yes.
At one of the most notorious gang star, who I think is still serving his sentence. Am I right?
Yes.
Then who is that house belonging to the state, or there's somebody, there's a family there of Cajun, if I'm right about the name?
It's now Paul Sullivan's house.
No, this is a mafia state.
That's the question again, Honorable Skosana. I'll give
No, I will. I will, Chair.
I'll give you 30 seconds. Ask the question again.
I ask, Chair, this house, as we speak, somebody is serving a sentence in that house. And if my memory serves me well, we were told that house was auctioned.
Yes.
Am I right, Mr. Nkabinde?
Yes, that's correct.
So the guy who bought the house is Paul O'Sullivan.
Yes, that's correct.
Are you happy, Chair?
You will follow me. You will say I and state your names in full.
I, sorry?
And then state your names in full.
Okay. Oh, yes, my full name. Sure, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I'm married. Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Can you say I?
Yeah. And the rest?
You say I.
Yes.
And then state your names in full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Do you want to? Do I need to raise my hand?
No. You will raise your hand later.
Okay. I, Mary Elizabeth Ann Trevelder Haas.
Swear that the evidence I shall give.
Swear that the evidence I shall give.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
You can then raise your hand and say, so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you so much.
So, and General Nkwenazi himself, did you ever respond to you?
Not in this matter that I recollect. The only time I've written a lot of letters to him about what's happening. I think I got one response from him, but because it was, I sent him, I think I'd have to check back, quite frankly, but I have sent him a lot of letters, including about what happened in July 21, when he wasn't around. He was nowhere to be found, not even on the phone, while the place was looted and burning. Okay, now, I have written a lot to him, and the only letter I can, off the top of my head, reply, I remember sending him pictures of some armed security guards with rifles in one of the towns. And I said, you better I think I sent him the pictures and said, you know, are these people allowed to carry guns like this? And I never heard another word, but I think he indicated that he would investigate it, but it was years ago now. But I also put on record with Parliament in 2020, a couple of years back, before the last Parliament changed, that clearly was going around telling people that I heard from police that they were not supposed to talk to me. So maybe Nkabinde had orders from clearly not to talk to me.
Our country, under the leadership of Matamela and the collective, and the Deputy President and the ministers, as President was thanking them last night, Ronald Lamula and Enoch Godongwana and all other ministers, they've delivered a successful G20 in South Africa and in Africa for the first time. We are proud, comrades, by the work that our comrades have done under the leadership of our President. There was never any doubt that this G20 will succeed. Comrades, I must start by congratulating you. Everyone to banana or not defender president. Reka defender you am president wa rona re mo kgethile. Conference re yang yona ke ya 2007. Yole batho ba ba mo general council re ba tibele. Because batho ba ba bone re duba thanga mo. Ba re tlela ka menyakwe mo o re no re ngwapane. Re lwane le re president wa rona tsamaya. Aye ka ya sebetsa ka thata tje. President o tla sebetsa nako ya e fitle ho be le mong president. Re boleletse di structure emisang ka ntwe ya o bua ka boetapele. Ai ha ke bua diqeto tsa NEC ke rungwe ke bopesane ba re Mbalula wa re tshwara ha batli di mate o batla ibe yena fela yale lenkinya tsietsing a ntse le bina pina tsa bore haine pina ya Mbalula ha ke tswa mo ba tlo re ha ya le G20 o busy binoni o kwaletse batho ba sedibeng ba bina ka yena mo re haine kore mothako ana dihlong ba sa tsebeng le re ke conference ba e bona WhatsApp utlwe ba inyefula ba bua tsona nthotse ba re bone ba bina pina ba re haine lenkinya tsietsi ma comrade lenkinya tsietsi ngore no ke tsamaisa efangedi yaka.
This summit and now moves on to the next president of the G20, which is the United States, where we shall see each other again next year. The summit is therefore closed.
During the period from 1993 to the early part of 1995, I was in Nkabinde operative, but in its self-defense unit which operated within South Africa. and had its own objective and gathering of intelligence. I gained a lot of experience in the clandestine gathering of intelligence and the practices of counterintelligence. I then became, and I was appointed, an official informant for the South African Police Service in 1999. During 2009, I was registered and thereafter acted as an agent for crime intelligence in the South African Police Service.
And can you tell
the fact that Brown claims that he was an informer, I think it's over 25 to 30 years back, needs to be verified as to whether he was still a current active informer. Remember, informers easily become dormant. You can have an informer in January 2025. By March, they are a dormant informer. You are no longer utilizing them, or they are no longer utilized. And the issue of an agent, I think he's making a comparison of the international law enforcement agencies, whereas in South Africa, you don't have an informer calling themselves an agent unless they are employed by the intelligence services as an undercover operative. Then they can refer to themselves as an agent, perhaps. But if you are an informant, you can easily become an informant on a case, and tomorrow then you are paid and you're no longer an informant. The fact that one has been an informant and a registered one does not necessarily mean that they will have that status permanently. It's not a permanent status. Now, another thing is that what we are seeing is contrary to the SAPS regulation of informers, the confidentiality, because being an informer is one of the, but also the lives of the controllers, because sometimes the controllers themselves are undercover investigators or undercover operatives of the state. So once
I was born in August 1979.
That's correct, Commissioner.
So that is incorrect. You were not born in August 1979.
I was born. It's not that it's incorrect. I'm saying due to the ID number, my ID number, is incorrect from the Home Affairs. From the Home Affairs, and I grew up like that. And actually, I was born in September 1977, 22 September, not August. But the error that came from the Home Affairs, there was no way I could reverse and change it.
Okay, let's move on from that.
Thank you.
Do you have any form of policing training? Formal policing training? No. Do you have any form of intelligence gathering training? Any formal training?
Clandestine training, yes. Formal, you mean with qualifications?
Yes.
No.
You don't have qualifications?
No. The training was different.
Do you have any form of qualification that involves forensic investigations? No. But now you want this commission to believe that in 2020, you were hired to investigate irregularities within crime intelligence.
We as specialist investigators look at body language as well, and we look at a person giving his information and how he brings it across. It is very clear that he does not know what an agent is or an informant or how it works. It is very clear that he has made himself into somebody in order to hopefully be somewhere along the line accepted, that he has made so much money, has so much connections, and has so much and many people in his lives due to